Welcome to the module on Introduction to Drilling Rig and Components. We shall learn about rig types, rig components, derrick or mast and substructure, power system, prime movers, hoisting system, rotating system, circulating system, blowout prevention system, tubular and tubular handling equipment, and drill bits. A drilling rig is an integrated system that drills wells, such as oil or water wells, in the Earth's subsurface. Drilling rigs can be massive structures housing equipment used to drill water wells, oil wells, or natural gas extraction wells, or they can be small enough to be moved manually by one person and such are called doggers. Oil and natural gas drilling rigs are used not only to identify geologic reservoirs but also to create holes that allow the extraction of oil or natural gas from those reservoirs. Primarily in onshore oil and gas fields, once a well has been drilled, the drilling rig will be moved off of the well and a service rig, a smaller rig, that is purpose-built for completions will be moved onto the well to get the well online. In more recent times, drilling rigs are expensive custom-built machines that can be moved from well to well. Some light-duty drilling rigs are like a mobile crane and are more usually used to drill water wells. Rig types. Rigs are broadly divided to two types: stash, Kelly-driven, and top drive. Rig components. Let us see a pictorial illustration depicting the various components of a rig. Derrick or mast and substructure. Derrick is a large load-bearing structure, usually of bolted construction. The standard derrick has 4 legs standing at the corners of the substructure. A derrick is a lifting device composed at minimum of one guide mast, as in a gin pole, which may be articulated over a load by adjusting its guys. Most derricks have at least 2 components, either a guide mast or self-supporting tower, and a boom hinged at its base to provide articulation, as in a stiff-leg derrick. Mast. It is the structure that used to support the crown block and the drill string. Masts are usually rectangular or trapezoidal in shape and offer a very good stiffness, important to land rigs whose mast is laid down when the rig is moved. They suffer from being heavier than conventional derricks and consequently are not usually found in offshore environments, where weight is more of a concern than in land operations. Substructure. Substructure is the foundation in which the derrick or mast and usually the drawworks sit. It contains space for storage and well control equipment. They are customized according to an application's needs, but there are several classifications for substructures. Power system, prime movers. Internal combustion engine or a turbine that is the source of power for driving equipment on the rig. A drilling rig in which the source of power is one or more internal combustion engine and in which power is distributed to rig components through devices such as chains, sprockets, clutches, and shaft is said to be a mechanical rig. Prime movers, source of power. On modern rigs, the prime mover consists of 1 to 4 or more diesel engines. These engines commonly produce several thousand horsepower. Typically, the diesel engines are connected to electric generators. The electrical power is then distributed by a silicon-controlled rectifier (SCR) system around the rig site. Rigs that convert diesel power to electricity are known as diesel-electric rigs. Older designs transmit power from the diesel engines to certain rig components, drawworks, pumps and rotary table, through a system of mechanical belts, chains and clutches. On these rigs, a smaller electric generator powers lighting and small electrical requirements. These older rigs are referred to as mechanical rigs or more commonly, simply power rigs. Illustration is in next slide. Let's have a look at a visual illustration of prime movers. Diesel-electric rig, supply mechanism. Let us study the various aspects of diesel-electric rig through the diagram. Hoisting system. Hoisting system is the system used on a drilling rig to perform all lifting activities on the rig. These activities basically include the lowering and lifting of necessary equipment in or out of the hole. It consists of derrick, drawworks, crown block, traveling block, fast line, deadline, and hook. Picture drawworks. Drawworks is the hoisting mechanism on a drilling rig. It is essentially a winch that spools off or takes in the drilling line and thus raises or lowers the drill string. Crown block. It is an assembly of sheaves mounted on beams at the top of the derrick/mast and over which the drilling line is reefed. Traveling block. It is an assembly of sheaves mounted on beams at the top of the derrick/mast and over which the drilling line is reefed. Deadline anchor. It is an equipment that holds down the deadline part of the wire rope. It is usually bolted onto the substructure. Drilling line. It is the wire rope that used to support the drilling tools. Rotating system. Swivel. It is the rotary tool that is hung from the hook of the traveling block to suspend the drill string and permit it to rotate freely. It also provides connection for the rotary hose and provide passageway for the flow of drilling fluid into the drill stem. Kelly spinner, a pneumatically controlled device mounted below the swivel that when actuated causes the Kelly to spin. Kelly, the heavy steel member, usually 4 or 6-sided that is suspended from the swivel through the rotary table and connected to the topmost joint of drill pipe to turn the drill stem as the rotary table turns. Top drive. It is a hydraulically powered device located below the swivel that when actuated allows the drill stem to spin and proceed in drilling. Kelly bushing. It is a device that when fitted to master bushing transmits torque to the Kelly and simultaneously permits vertical movement of the Kelly to make pull. Master bushing. It is a device that fits into the rotary table to accommodate the slips and drive the Kelly bushing so that the rotating motion of the rotary table can be transmitted to the Kelly. Rotary table. It is used to turn the drill stem and support the drilling assembly. It has a beveled gear arrangement to create the rotational motion and opening into which bushings are fitted to drive and support the drilling assembly. Circulating system. Mud pump. It is the large, high-pressure reciprocating pump used to circulate the mud on a drilling rig. A typical mud pump is a 2-cylinder, double-acting or a 3-cylinder, single-acting piston pump whose pistons travel in replaceable liners and are driven by a crankshaft actuated by an engine or motor. Pump manifold. It is an arrangement of piping and valves that receives drilling fluid from one or more mud pumps and transmit the drilling fluid to the succeeding circulating component. Standpipe. It is the vertical pipe rising along the side of the derrick or mast, which joins mud pump manifold to the rotary hose. Blowout prevention system. The well control system or the blowout prevention system on a drilling rig is the system that prevents the uncontrolled, catastrophic release of high-pressure fluids, oil, gas, or salt water, from subsurface formations. These uncontrolled releases of formation fluids are referred to as blowouts. Due to the explosive nature of oil and gas, any spark on the surface can result in the ignition of the fluids and an explosion on the rig. The blowout preventer is a large system of valves, each of which is capable of isolating the subsurface of the well from the rig to provide control over the well. Kicks occur as a result of formation pressure being greater than mud hydrostatic pressure that causes flow of formation fluid into the wellbore. The main factors which can lead to this condition can be classified as human error, improper holes fill up on trips, swathing, abnormal formation pressure, insufficient mud density, lost circulation, gas cut mud. More than 50% of the kicks occur due to first 3 of the causes listed above. Let us have a look on a figure showing blowout preventer. BOP rams. Ram preventers are designed to seal the annulus by forcing 2 front packing elements which contact each other and seal around the object in the well bore. Pipe ram. It seals around the well bore and the fixed size of pipe. Blind ram. It seals around the well if no pipe in the well bore. Variable bore ram. It seals around several pipe sizes depending on the range of variable bore ram. Shear ram. It shear the pipe in the well and seal the well bore simultaneously. Let us have a look at basic BOP pipe ram and blind ram spares. Tubular and tubular handling equipment. Tubular are made of the following equipment. Drill pipe. Drill pipes are heavy seamless tubing used to rotate the bit and circulate the drilling fluid. Joints of pipe approximately 30 feet long are coupled together by means of tool joints. A connection between 2 or more tubular sections is referred as tubular joint. Drill collar. It is a component of a drill string that provides weight on bit for drilling. Heavyweight drill pipe. HWDP tends to be stronger and has higher tensile strength than conventional drill pipe, so it is placed near the top of a long drill string for additional support. Kelly, it is used to transmit rotary motion from the rotary table or Kelly bushing to the drill string, while allowing the drill string to be lowered or raised during rotation. Subs are short, threaded piece of pipe used to adapt parts of the drilling string that cannot otherwise be screwed together because of difference in thread size or design. These consist of bit sub, crossover sub, Kelly saver sub, lifting sub, and bent sub. Elevator links. Elevator links are equipment attached onto the traveling block in order to suspend the elevators. Elevators clamps that grip a stand of casing, tubing, drill pipe or drill collars so that the stand or joint can be raised from or lowered into the hole opening of the rotary table. Tugger/winch. It is a pneumatically operated drum with wire rope spooled onto it to move or lift heavy objects on the rig floor. Let us see visual representation of making and breaking connections. Milled tooth, type of a rolling cutter bit that has tooth cutters made up of steel which have been assembled as the parts of bit cone. Tungsten carbide insert, is a drill bit in the form of a steel tube with a bottom rim that has pieces of tungsten carbide, which is a hard gray chemical compound, in it. PDC, it is a drill bit fitted with industrial diamond cutters instead of hardened metal teeth. Diamond, the diamonds are embedded into the metal structure during the manufacture of the bit. Thank you for learning with us.